Hello Divi fans. In this video, I'm going to show how to create a form using Divi that looks like this, where all the input fields are adjacent to each other. I'm going to add a form by going to Formator menu, and I'm in the dashboard. So I'm going to click Add New. There are all these preset templates like contact form. That's the one I've used the most. There's all kinds of other presets, but for right now, I'm going to click blank form. Now by default, all the fields are going to be stacked on top of each other. But there is a way to make them side by side that is sort of hidden. So I'm going to click the name, email, phone, and website. Insert fields. If I preview this, so you have the name, email address, phone, website, and submit button, and they're all stacked on top of each other. Okay, the way to make them side by side is to drag it where you want it to be until you see this blue vertical line, and drop. And do the same for the rest of them. I preview. Now all the input fields are next to each other, but the button is still at the bottom. So this is another row. If I go into the code by inspecting it, so it's a button, child element of the formator field, formator column, formator row, and above that you have another row, which is where all the input fields are. So I'm going to copy the class. Then I'm going to go into where it says appearance, default design style. I'm going to keep everything the same for now, but I'm going to enable custom CSS at the bottom. I'm going to paste the class, add a dot in front of it to signify that it's a class. Brackets. Now I'm going to do a float left. So you can't really see it here, but if you copy and paste the shortcode on a page, this submit button will be to the right of this field. To copy shortcode, edit visual, enable visual builder. Now, as you can see, this button is right against the website input field, and it's higher than the input field. So to change that, I'm going to inspect and find the classes, and I'm going to copy the classes. Go below it, go below where it says formator row. And I'm going to remove the space and add a dot in front of both of these class names. A dot signifies class name. A hashtag indicates an ID. If you leave it alone, that's a tag name. So now I'm going to do over formator row. I'm going to add some padding on the right. 20 pixels. And for this, I'm going to do margin top 20 pixels. Publish changes. Let's view the form on this page. Now they are all next to each other. Now to get this design, you basically have to add more custom CSS. So for that, I'm basically just going to copy the CSS from the other section so I don't make any mistakes. Appearance, custom CSS. Okay, let's pre-publish changes. That looks identical. There's a few things I need to make all the fields required. So I'm going to the field settings for each field, make them all required. And now there's a star next to the field name, which indicates that they're all required. So I do John Smith. I don't fill out the other fields and click submit. I'm going to get a message in a red box that says this field is required. Please input a valid email, phone number. Now for the submit button, what CSS did I add? The formatter row CSS was unchanged. For here, I had to increase the margin top to 24 because when the field names were made bigger, the text size was increased. It pushed the button above it, where the button was above input. And basically, it had to be raised to 24 so it was in line with the input fields. I made the width 296 pixels, added a border radius of 6 pixels. So the button has a padding left, top, right, bottom of 22 pixels, and font size is 16 pixels. Input, the width was 296 pixels. The font size is 20 pixels. The padding is 20 pixels. Label has a font size of 14 pixels. For the button, so I'm going to colors, submit button, copy colors, submit button. So default E74C3C. So this is going to be a lighter shade of red. Cover, I'm going to make it a darker shade of red, like a maroon color. Same with the focus. So hover is when you're hovering over the button, but you haven't clicked the button yet. Focus is right after the button has been clicked. And by default is when the button is hovered over by the cursor or clicked. And then I'm going to click Publish Changes, preview the changes after publishing the changes. And now the button, the only thing that needs to change is the color. And the button, I'm going to change it to, or get a free SEO analysis. Button, I'm going to make the color, make it white. It's also all Fs. So that is the end of the video. I hope you found it useful. Like, share, leave comments below to engage with the channel, and subscribe.